Hi FemHype crew! I just thought that I'd create this video really fast. It's a pretty short video than what we're normally used to, but I made 221B Baker Street. Well, I guess 221 Baker Street in The Sims 4, and so I thought I'd show you. This is probably the proudest I've ever been of a Sims creation. Normally I have zero patience for this. But I think I did okay. I think I did pretty well. I tried to make it as close to the BBC Sherlock version as I could, but also a layout that I kind of like better for usability. So I made Mrs. Hudson. I made her apartment, although I don't think that we've seen inside any of it besides maybe the kitchen. So I tried my best to try and make it lighter than what Sherlock has upstairs, but still keep that vintage vibe, because I think that's important. So there she is, hopping on the computer. She's been doing a lot of hacking, which I haven't told her to do. Here's her kitchen. I tried to do that, small table, which is basically all we've seen from her kitchen. A bathroom in the back. I designed her apartment after I designed Sherlock and John's, just because I wasn't sure kind of where I was going with it, and once I kind of got the layout and what I liked, I just changed the colors. So we're gonna move upstairs. So here is probably my favorite bit. I'm really excited about how this turned out. I think it looks really cool. I'm not so jazzed about the TV thing. I might take that out. My main goal was to have so many different nooks and crannies filled with things from different cases, books. All the photos on the wall I wanted to look as authentic and old or vintage or as close to a case as possible. So I have boxes and stuff all over. I love the clutter options that we have. I tried to go close enough with John's chair, Sherlock's chair. I have a little ghosty gnome on top with some books and a quill. I wanted everything there to be as close to what we have in the show, but obviously with Sims 4 twist. So Sherlock has a deer, I think, with some headphones on, and so I thought the top hat bust was a good alternative for that. So then we're gonna move into the dining room, which is normally full of science-y things, but I don't necessarily have those expansion packs in The Sims. I'm sure they have them. So I kind of made it as bare as possible because they don't really cook in there anyway. There's their bathroom. And let's transition. I moved the bedrooms upstairs. So just because it was easier for my Sims. And so for John's room, I really wanted to make everything symmetrical because I think that he's very orderly and needs everything in a certain place. So although it's semi-messy, it's still everything has its place and it's, set to go. And so the pictures on the wall, I tried to do this tree one kind of for the Hounds of Baskerville case, the galaxy kind of theme, just a little snarky comment against Sherlock not knowing anything about space. And then the last one, I don't know what it really reminded me of, but another case. I have a desk in here for him in case he gets too annoyed with Sherlock and he wants to work upstairs on his blog. He can in his bedroom. And then again, orderly with the shirts and some products. Everything sort of has its place. I really like the vibe upstairs. And so now we're moving into Sherlock's room, and I tried to make it as messy as possible while also open enough for Sims to move around in. So you can see he has books and things cluttered around. I kind of wanted it to be, a continuation of what's happening downstairs. So he's still working on a case even until he goes to bed and just kind of throws his stuff up. I also wanted to block out some of the windows with bookshelves because I feel like that would be something that he might want to do, to block out some of the light. So I kind of did one whole wall of bookshelves and, you know, again, trying to keep all of these little knickknacks in their right spot. A chess board in the corner that you can't use because you need chairs. Again, I tried to include some artwork that reminded me of a few cases. And so here's the outside. So I did some plants and stuff. The purple, I think it's lavender. It's I think the Sims name for it is something about love, and so I included some of those. Obviously, I'm a John Locke fan. They are in a relationship. They are boyfriends, if you're wondering. And I can make another video of more gameplay if you want, but I thought I'd just give you a quick snapshot just into what I've been doing. It just looks so cozy and so nice. I know The Sims is coming out with another expansion pack with more vintage chic things, so I'm not sure if I'm sure that'll come out within the next week or so, I think is what I saw on Twitter. And I'm sure they'd have great wallpaper and different things that I can add in. So John has been writing all different types of genres of books, and so I've been naming them after some of the cases, some of the episodes from the BBC show. Mrs. Hudson really loves coming up here. She probably comes up here more than she is in her own apartment, which is pretty accurate. So I'm going to show you some of the books that John has written. Made a couple copies of some of them. Sherlock does play the violin. We're trying to level up some of his skills. I know Jillian and I are really wanting to see the private life of Sherlock Holmes. Have you seen it? Are you even interested in the BBC Sherlock? Am I just boring the heck out of you because this is what I have become obsessed with? Let me know in the comments. So I'm going to take you through some more of what they look like. I think this is so close to Benedict that it could have been. I gave him some little facial hair too to kind of match season 4. That was the closest I could get with his outfit. I don't know if I really like any of them, but I love the robe. I think that that's pretty appropriate for him, and his party outfit, pretty fancy. And I love his floppy hat. So that's Sherlock. His aspiration is Renaissance Sim, so he's a fast learner. He's self-assured, which I thought was good. Romantic, because I think that he is, and he's a genius, obviously. Quick learner, which is pretty true, just from my couple hours of playing. So we're moving on to John. Little John Watson. So his aspiration is to find a soulmate, which I think is pretty John. He's clumsy because I wanted him to be that damsel in distress. He's ambitious, and he's hot-headed because I think that he is, with his little outbursts. We love him to death, but he can be a little hot-headed. So there's John. I love his new hair for the new series. I think that that's great. I'm excited for it, so I tried to do that here. Although I didn't want to go gray because I didn't want to be... There aren't many shades of gray for hair in The Sims, and I didn't want him to match Mrs. Hudson. I didn't realize he had earrings on. Gotta take those off. I thought he'd have glasses at night, especially growing older. I don't know. He kind of looks like Tyler Oakley here. I like his party outfit. I always like party outfits better than everyday outfits. I don't know why. And then swimwear, I tried to be, you know, almost like military style. Just like clean and not much going on besides just the suit and the glasses. So Mrs. Hudson I was the most excited about because I think that her wardrobe in the show is pretty updated. So that's easy to play with. So her aspiration, big family, she's cheerful, romantic, and neat because she's always coming upstairs to clean up after the boys. So I tried to make her look as updated as is in the show, and I think this outfit is super cute for her. I like her hair too in a bun. I tried to add some color but also sort of neutrals because that's normally what we see. I didn't really foresee her working out too much, so I didn't spend too much time on that. I like the robe. I don't know if that's necessarily her, but I just like that outfit. And then I have skinny jeans or jeggings that's from the outdoor expansion pack, and so I included those and some dangly earrings, and I thought this was just a cute party look that she could wear for Christmas or any other holiday. And swimwear, again, didn't really see her doing much swimming, but decided some color might be nice. I really love that everyday outfit though. So that was about it. They just kind of all hang out with each other. They're pretty close. Sherlock is closer with Mrs. Hudson than John is close with Mrs. Hudson, but I'm working on it. I think that's pretty, you know, standard though. John and Sherlock are best friends and they're boyfriends. And John's super stoked about that just because it, you know, fulfills his aspiration. I made Sherlock a secret agent on that track just because I thought that would be something to explore. Although I'm not sure if I necessarily want to keep it. But yeah, thanks for taking the time to just watch this short video with me. Let me know in the comments if you've made anything from your favorite TV show or movie in The Sims, and how did it go? Are you proud of it? Did you get kind of frustrated? I'm interested to hear. So I'll see you next time, FemHype crew, but thanks for watching. Bye.